Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. This is part 2 of my mega unboxing. So I'll show you the box. This is the box. You can see how big it was. It was 50 pounds of comics. It was massive. You can see like on the corner how much damage this box took. So I was really worried that the comics were just going to be all mangled. And there was some damage already. I've experienced some broken slabs. And it was a bit nerve-wracking to see this box. It actually arrived on my doorstep where it was almost open. You could basically just like dump all the comics out because it was open. It was open when I received it. I was a little bit nervous that either books would be missing or that there would be some major issues with this box. So far, though, actually hasn't been that bad. As I said, there have been some cracks in some of the slabs that I received. If you haven't watched the first half, I definitely recommend. There's some big books in that first half. My favorite science fiction book of all time is in that unboxing, so I definitely recommend you check out that unboxing. I will link it at the end of this video and in the description. So definitely check out that video because it is a mega unboxing in itself. This is the second half, and I will be actually doing bigger books in this unboxing than I did in the previous one. So it's just, this is like months worth of collecting for me. So like this is like me going crazy with buying comics. It's 44 orders in that one box. So I'm really kind of divided into two videos just because it's just so much stuff. And without further ado, like I'm building it up a bit, but let's get into some of the comics that are in here. So I'm going to show you some more of the ones that were in this big unboxing. So we got, right off the bat, we got a major book. This is special preview teaser Witchblade She. Somebody told me how to pronounce that correctly. Because I would have said Psy, but it's actually She. And this is the first appearance of Witchblade. Now, originally I thought, and most people think, and even CGC thinks, that the first appearance of Witchblade is in Witchblade She, Battle for Independence, which is a different book. That book does have what's considered to be the first appearance of Witchblade, but this book actually came out before it. So if you look at the notes on the CGC slabs when they show this book, they say this one predates the other one, but they don't say that it's necessarily the first appearance, but it is the first appearance of Witchblade. It's kind of weird how they do it. I think it's sort of like, oh, we messed up. We're not going to totally admit that we messed up, but we did mess up. And this is actually the first appearance. Now, this book, I've actually seen quite a bit on heritage auctions. And it usually sells for about a couple $100 in high grade. And it's one of those books that is highly sought after by collectors, especially people that collect Bad Girls from the 90s, which I do collect. I'm a big fan of the Bad Girls. Okay, so that's special preview teaser Witchblade and She. Special issue. Long title, but that's the first appearance of Witchblade. Okay, so the next one is What the? And this is Peter Porker on the cover, or Spider-Ham. And this is Spider-Ham 2099. So there's like Spider-Man 2099. Well, this is the alternate version of Spider-Man. And they actually joke because they put it as Spider-Ham 1588. It's like making fun of the whole 2088 thing, or 2099 thing. So this is the first appearance of this character. So this is What the number 26. So first appearance of Spider-Ham 2099. So kind of a cool one. Okay, next is a lot from my comic shop. I sent some my comic shops to Stackery. So all this box is a Stackery unboxing. And basically what I did was I had 40 some odd orders sent to Stackery. And I just let them pile up a bit. And then I got them all sent in one big box to Canada. Not the right way of doing it. So never do that. Never, ever, ever, ever do that. Because you should never send more than maybe 20 orders. Or, you know, if it's too many orders, the box can't handle it. They try to put it all into one box. It's too much weight. It doesn't survive. I recommend no more than 20. So future unboxings, I will not be doing these big unboxings like this one because it was too many books in one box and it was a bad idea. Never do that again. So yeah, but I just want so I just wanted to say that as a FYI. But this is a pretty great unboxing from like this is actually would have been an unboxing by itself, this my comic shop order. So this is Shaun of the Dead number 2. If you're not familiar with the movie, it's a great movie. And this is really the series that came out from the movie. I ordered the whole set. So you'll see this is number 2. It's not in order. So you'll see that a little bit. And then we got X-Men number 114. And again, I forgot what the reasoning behind this one is. I know it's a first appearance of a character. And I'm just trying to remember what that character is. So you can tell me if you know what that character is. But it is, kind of a cool character. I was told. So I'm not sure. Then we got Shaun of the Dead number 1. I just thought this was really great. I really love that movie. It's one of my favorite zombie movies, actually. It's really funny. Then we got, I actually won this in the My Comic Shop auctions. It's a 9.0, and it's Daredevil number 10. And this is the first cover appearance of Echo. Actually, I overpaid for this. You know, when you get that FOMO and you kind of get all excited by the auction, I overpaid. I paid $70. You could probably get this for about $50. So just so you know, sometimes you got to be careful. Be careful with those auctions. Okay, the next one is Avengers number 87. And this is the origin of T'Challa. So Black Panther's origin. So really great book. And I was really happy. I also got this from the same auction. So I was really quite happy to pick this one up. And I got a good deal on this. So it kind of balances out where I got a better deal on that one and not such a great deal on the Daredevil book. And then we got, to finish off that set, we got Shaun of the Dead. And this is issue number 3. So it's 1, 2, and 3. And it's just the full series. And this is them acting like zombies in order to get past the zombie apocalypse. So kind of cute image. And then we got, this is a really great book. This is Hit Monkey number 1. This is the one shot. Now this is the book that you want to get if you're interested in getting Hit Monkey's first appearance. And they've already shown a trailer for this character. And so this character is going to be have his own series called Hit Monkey. And basically the hitman that goes around killing people. So, and he kills bad guys basically. And there's going to be some really cool characters also in the series, like Lady Bullseye, another character that's really cool. So yeah, Hit Monkey. And that's his first appearance. And then we got some more from my comic shop. Oof. This one's a little hard to get out. One sec here. Okay. And this is a major book. This is one I have the second print, third print of this, but I never had this one before. This is the first printing of Cherry Pop Tart. the way to describe this book is, what if Archie did porn? That's this book. It is a great adult read. So it is sexy and funny, basically. So this is the first series of Cherry Pop Tart. Cherry Pop Tart, the character, made her first appearance in Funnies number 1, but this is her first series, and this is Cherry Pop Tart number 1, and it says adults only, and it means adults only. It is not meant for kids at all. Very cool book. Very, very cool book. I can't stress how cool of a book that is, but it is one that I've always wanted in my collection. I've been trying to pick it up, and it's really hard to get that first print. Really, really hard. Another book that I really love that I just that's in this order is this one, Black Cat number 27. And this is cool for a couple of reasons. It's a Christmas cover, which is always cool. It is a black cat, which is always cool. But it's also a SOTI book. This is a book that was mentioned in The Seduction of the Innocent, and it's a really rare book. Now, this one is a really low grade. I believe that it's a 0.5, because I think it's missing the back cover. But it has a really great front cover, and it is just a really nice book. It's just missing that little element. So, yeah, really great book. It's in a low grade, though. But it presents well. So I kind of went for the presentation rather than the grade, and I got it really cheaply. It was very, very cheap. Normally this book, even in this kind of low grade, 0.5 grade, goes for a few $100s. I paid like 30, so it was like not even close. So it was very affordable. Another thing was, if you watched my previous unboxing, I was showing that I had some Crazy Cats. Well, I got some other of the series. This is Crazy Cat number 3. And these are all nice Golden Age cartoon characters from Dell. And this is number 4. Nice choo-choo train. And number 5. So I just got a little run of Crazy Cat. I just thought it was kind of cool. And very inexpensive. Crazy Cat is not like a, I think I was paying like $5, $10. It wasn't expensive at all for those Crazy Cats. Okay. I'm actually kind of nervous about what I'm going to show you next. And the reason I'm nervous about it is I don't even know what to do, because it's a bit of a mess. This was one of the things that I saw that I don't know if the comic's going to be even salvageable. So when somebody sent something in, they sent it in this thing with this painter's tape and stuff. Well, it got stuck to the comic. Can you see that? And it's Lois Lane 105. So Lois Lane 105 is the first Silver Age appearance of Thorn. Okay, this character right here. And it is just tragic, because this is a major key and it is ruined. It is just, the tape's all in there. There was a piece of it that had fallen off. It is just, this comic, I'm not even sure how I'm going to save it, because when it was put together, the tape from another comic had stuck to it. So I'm trying to figure out how to get this off without doing further damage to the comic. So, because I want to show you what's underneath it. What's underneath it is actually a cool comic too, and I'm not sure if I can. I'm not sure if I can. Okay, so I'm gonna figure that one out. This one. So it's Lois Lane 105. I'm probably gonna have to buy this one again just because it's so mangled. I don't know what to do with it. It is really mangled. It's really sad. Underneath the comic that actually caused the problem was this one. And this is Sugar Pop number 2. And this is the variant cover with the kind of Barbarella cover. This is a really great series. It's signed by Dan Mendoza. He's also the guy that did Zombie Tramp, another series that I really like. A very sexy comic, not meant for kids again. But this book killed my other book, so I'm a little bit sad about that. So sad. So frustrating. It's just the way it was sent. The two comics, yeah, the painter's tape got stuck onto the other comic. Okay, so what happened was I actually bought a lot of and it was 29 issues of Lois Lane. Now I thought they would bag and board these because, you know, it was a comic lot, but I guess they didn't. And they sent them raw. You can see that they're all raw. And I wish they had bagged and boarded them because they're Silver Age books. They're kind of cool books, and to have them being sent very poorly is kind of very frustrating. Yeah, so they shouldn't have sent them raw. Always bag and board your comics if you're going to mail them to people. That's just common courtesy. So these ones, I paid very little for them. Maybe that's why they kind of treated them a little bit disrespectfully. I bought the whole lot, 29 books, for $60. So it was $2 a book. It was actually a little bit less than that. I think it was $50, and shipping was altogether $60. So it was pretty cheap, but these are kind of major books, from Lois Lane series. So we got Lois Lane 100, and there's a bit of a rip at the top. And I think that actually happened within the shipping, not that it was this way when it was ordered. So this is Lois Lane 100. And it's a shame because that is the millennial, not the millennial, but the centennial edition. It's sort of sad that it got ruined that way. And then we got 102. And then we got a whole bunch more. So I'm going to show a whole bunch of Lois Lanes. I just want to show you. See, this is part of that other comic. So sad. So very sad. Okay. This is 91. I kind of like these ones where it's the mod style. Yeah, that sort of 60s style. And this one, they folded the back of it. Oh well. And then we got Lois Lane 95. So I'll zoom in there a bit. It's a great sort of giant size issue. And then we got, I like this one a lot. This is one of my favorite covers, actually, strangely, for a weird reason. So this is Lois Lane 96. And I'm actually a big fan of word bubbles on comics. I think it's kind of interesting. I feel like it's sort of comic-y, like when it has that word bubble on the cover. But this one is especially cool because it's not only is it a word bubble, but it's got the blank word bubbles where you kind of have to fill in what are they going to say about this situation. So I thought that was kind of cool. I really like this cover for that reason. You know, it even says that. Can you guess what the girls are saying? It says that right there. I just thought that was a really great cover. And then we got Lois Lane 97. This is a nice mermaid cover. And all the girls that Superman might be potentially interested in. And Lois Lane's trying to stop him from going after all those other girls. I think that's cute. And then we got Lois Lane. This one's in really rough shape. Lois Lane 99. That one's really rough. And then we got Lois Lane 78. Oh, that one's actually, the cover is detached. That's a shame. Okay. The other one, the one that previously I showed, was really rough. Then we got Lois Lane 80. Okay, another great cover. Then we got Lois Lane number 81. I'll have to bag and board all these. I think this is great because it's Superman killing Lois Lane. He's like cutting off her air supply. That's what the cover looks like. But it's probably, you know, they always have it like where it's a twist. Oh, he's actually saving her. You know, he's putting the air supply back together, but it looks like he's taking it apart. So that's kind of cute. And then we got Lois Lane number 85. So a lot of Lois Lanes here. As I said, 29 in the whole set. And then we got Lois Lane 87. Lois Lane 88. And Lois is blind in this one. And this is a kind of a key. This is Lois Lane 89. It's like the bride of Batman. Isn't that kind of interesting? She marries Clark Kent on the cover. So, not Clark Kent, Bruce Wayne, I should say. So I think that's kind of interesting. And then we got Lois Lane 101. Okay, so we got more Lois Lane still to go. So, sorry, if you're not interested in Lois Lane, fast forward. There's just a lot of Lois Lanes here. Lois Lane 132. And then we got some earlier ones. Lois Lane 44. And then we got Lois Lane 46. Another cover that I really like is Lois Lane 48. It's like the Cinderella cover. Just really like that. She's like scrubbing the floors and stuff. I think that's really cool. Then we got Lois Lane 52. Again, there's a lot of these covers that have sort of this, bizarre love triangle kind of situation. And, where they're trying to get Superman, where she's sort of jealous that there's another woman involved. I think that's, remember, these were targeted towards girls for the most part. And they really love those kind of jealousy stories. Okay, so this is Lois Lane 56. And the one that's bagged and boarded, there's one that's bagged and boarded, so everything else wasn't bagged and boarded, but this one was, is Lois Lane 57. I don't know why this one of all the ones to bag and board, but this one was the only one that was bagged and boarded. Okay, and then we got Lois Lane 60. Okay. And then we got Lois Lane 61. And Lois Lane 62. Lois Lane 75. I like this one too. She's kind of acting like a dictator or something like that. And actually, I think I already have this one. Lois Lane 56, or 76. So this is maybe a dupe for me. I have this one already. One of the bikini issues. And then we got Lois Lane number 94. Okay, so that's the Lois Lane collection. Another one that one of my subscribers, or someone that watches my videos often, recommended is Axa. And this is Axa, the first American series. This is her first American appearance. And it's kind of a nice, similar to Conan or Red Sonja, maybe, but a little bit more sexy version of those series. So Axa. So kind of cool. I think it's one of those ones where she's kind of from the future and, she kind of somehow becomes barbarian, like, based on circumstances. Okay. I actually read that series a little bit. And then we got Crossed. So I got a bunch of Crossed here to show. In my previous video, I was showing some of the other issues. Basically, I bought 25 issues of Crossed as a lot. I paid $1 each or something like that. It was like really inexpensive, or $2 each. It was something pretty cheap per book. So I'm going to show you a bunch of crossed ones. So we got crossed 57. It's like the Tin Man and the Cowardly Lion and the Scarecrow. I'll put it up here. And then we got another cool one. Crossed 63. And this series is really interesting. As I was mentioning in the previous video, it's basically if zombies were psychopaths. That's the best way to describe the series. It's quite interesting. Worthy of reading. Not meant for kids though. And we got a Alice in Wonderland kind of cover. This is crossed number 55. So these are all really cool covers. I really like the covers. The story is worthy of reading too. It's quite interesting. It's very gory though. Very gory, very sexual. Kind of a messed up story. Not meant for kids. Wortham would not approve of it. So this is number 62. Then we got 66. Try to go through these a little bit quicker. Then we got 64. And then we got number 73. It's kind of like 90s style. That 90s sort of video style. I don't know. Late 80s, 90s. I don't know. And then we got number 67. Similar kind of style. Okay. And one more bag of those. We're almost done, actually. About halfway. Okay, then we got crossed number, geez, I can't even find the number. 60. Interesting cover. Okay, and then we got more of those kind of 90s style. Early 90s, late 80s. 71. 69. 74. I'm not a big fan of these covers. I actually don't like these ones as much as some of the other ones. These retro style. I don't really like it that much, to tell you the truth. 72. I'm not sure. What do you think? Do you like the retro ones or do you like the more the fantasy ones? I prefer the fantasy ones myself. So I like this style better. And this is number 65. So as I said, very gory. If you even if you look at these covers, you can see that they're pretty gory. Like, lots of blood, lots of gory stuff going on. This is number 68. Number 70. And then we got another fantasy one. This is number 61. Okay. And that's it for cross. So you've survived all the crossed ones. Okay, so now we get into some magazines that came in order. So they had some really cool magazines. Actually sort of getting into collecting other, like I collected Warren magazines, which are a lot of horror related magazines. But I was also getting into early Bronze Age horror from other publishers. So this is a magazine called Weird. I just thought it was kind of interesting looking. So Weird. And this was a comic lot that I actually won as well through the auctions on my comic shop. And then we got Weird. It's like April 1974. So kind of these kind of gory Bronze Age horror books. Weird. And there's some more. It was a lot that I bought that I won on, and it had some other horror stuff. So it had Witches' Tales. And I like this one. It's like, I always like miniature people. I don't know why, but I do. It's like Dracula in a test tube kind of thing. It's kind of cool. I thought that was cool. Okay, and that's Witch's Tales, August 1970. And then we got Terrors of Dracula. It's a nice impaling cover. She's getting impaled, and you got the werewolf. Just some really cool stuff. This would have been great for my Halloween series with Mark. It would have been great to have this one because it's kind of got so many things going on there. And then we got Witch's Tales. I really love this cover. Actually, I really like this one. It's kind of a nice, sexy cover. And this is Witch's Tales. So, again, these are from the early 70s. This is from 1972. And a little earlier, 1971, Witch's Tale. So they didn't go by, like they didn't say what numbers they were. It just goes by the year and date. So it's more like December 71 would be this issue. Okay, so a little different numbering system. And then we got Weird, again, another cool cover with mummy and werewolf and like a whole bunch of action going on. So just kind of cool. And last one, some tape on it, is Weird Vampire Tales. And it's like the mummy is impaling the vampire. So it's kind of cool. So yeah, that's that lot. And then we got some more. Uh-oh, I might need my knife. Okay, so this is more from my comic shop. One sec here. Bear with me. There's a little bit of tape and it's a little sticky. Okay, so let's put that in there. Okay, some more. These are cooler, some bigger books. Okay, so I told you in the previous video that this video would have bigger books. So I've been sort of gradually working up to these bigger books that are in this collection. And these are the big books, some of them. And there's even bigger books after this. So you'll notice that it's getting bigger and bigger as it goes on this video. One of the first big books is this one, Torchy number 3. I'm a big Torchy fan. Bill Ward created Torchy. So this is a Golden Age book. Very rare, these Torchy books. Really hard to find. And this is one that I won in the auction. I was quite happy to get this one. So this is Torchy, and it's number 3. Just a really great cover. And I got it for a good price too, considering. Another great cover and great book is this one, Alex Schomburg, Exciting Comics number 64. It's just a really great airbrush cover. So this is again from the Golden Age, nice Golden Age book. So yeah, really great. And now we're getting into bigger and bigger books. It's like it's getting bigger. We get into this one, which is Batman 79. This has got Vicky Vale on the cover. Sort of maybe the marriage issue with Vicky Vale and Batman. So yep, that's this one. That's a pretty major key. And another major key is this one. This is a Golden Age Wonder Woman number 64. Really cool book. Yeah, really great one to have in my collection. Okay, and the last one, this is a kind of a mega grail. I've actually seen this mentioned on Comic Tom when they had the Golden Age Guru, and they were talking about a sale of a high grade version of this one. This is not the high grade version, but it is still a nice one. It's like a 2.0. But it's probably seen as the best cover from this run, and it's by a really great artist, Lily Renee. Just a really great artist. She does amazing good girl art. She's still alive. She's like 100 years old and still alive, this artist. Just a really great artist, really great book, and I'll show it. It's Planet Comics number 39. It's just one of the best covers from Planet Comics. You got this girl, and she's like created like sort of this web, and there's like humans stuck in the web, and it's just a really great cover. Possibly one of the best covers from Planet Comics. It's my favorite from the series, at least. Definitely one that a lot of collectors seek out, because this is just a really great cover. Just, yeah, amazing good girl art from Lily Renee. Actually, her story, the artist's story, is interesting. She was, a Jewish girl, and she basically had to sneak out of the country during the whole Nazi occupation. And she was raised in England during the war, and became a great artist. So that's her story. And they actually made a comic about the artist, because she's kind of a great artist. Okay, so that's some of the big ones. We're going to get into even bigger books. Next one is one that is a big book that I got for a steal. This is one of the craziest ones this is probably one of the best purchases I've ever made, just because it is such a great book. It's in really rough shape, but it is a book. It's the comics. And this is Colton Wong. Vaughn. And it's I'm brutalizing names. Okay, so, but it's this is kind of like the SOTI books. It was earlier. It was like from the 40s, I believe, 1946. I'm gonna guess. I think it's in that era. And it basically is a bit of comic appreciation, but it's also, showing like some of the, all the different characters and stuff in comics. And it's kind of a cool book, because it gives a lot of that history of the early comics. Okay. Now this book normally sells for a few $100s without this dust jacket. Okay. And what happened was, the person that listed this book was a bookseller. They specialize in antique books. So normally you would expect, like, a bookseller would know their books and sell it for a really high price. But the way that they listed it was, and if it has the dust jacket, by the way, usually sells for about 1,000 to 2,000 range, depending on the quality of the dust jacket. Now, this dust jacket is, you can see, it's missing a big chunk. It's missing a little bit in the back. It is in a bit of a rough shape, the dust jacket. But with the dust jacket, as I said, it goes for anywhere from, on the low end, about 1,000, on the high end, about 2,000, for a really clean white. Like, this is normally a white color, the paper. So the way that this person listed it, they listed it as if it was just the dust jacket. Okay. And I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. Does it include the book? Because I want the book as well. So I actually wrote to them saying, hey, does this listing include the book and dust jacket? And they said, yes, it does. Yeah. So the way that they listed it was like, they listed it at $20. It was actually 20. No, it was 35. It was $35. Okay. And I think it was something like that. And I said, hey, would you take 25? Because they had best offer on it too. So it was really cheap. And then I put in a best offer, and they accepted the best offer at 25. So I paid $25 for a book that normally sells from anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000. So really great deal. And it is just a really interesting book. And they even included their card, so I can contact them for other great books that they might have. And it just basically, it's kind of a cool book. And it just basically gets into a lot of the history of the different comics. And actually, the book itself is quite clean. The book you know, you got some nice color things. And it's in really good shape, except for the dust jacket is in a bit rough shape. But they at least put it in that plastic, the protector too, so it would, you know, so you can still have it. It's a really great book, really great addition to my collection. I love these kind of historical books related to comics. Okay, some more. There's still some more. Okay, so I have a bunch of slabs still left to do, and I got some more comics to do. So the first comic is like an homage cover, and this is Stray Dogs, Dog Stories. This is an homage to Crime Suspense Stories number 22 with the hatchet. Yeah. So if you're a fan of Stray Dogs, this is the trade paperback with the homage cover. So it looks like it's beaten up, but that's just, you know, just because they're making it look old, but it actually is in mint condition. But it's really cool. I love these homage covers to suspense tales. I'm actually collecting, I have a little collection of these covers. It's kind of weird. So that's that one. Another one that was really great to find, I got a really good deal on this one, is True Crime Comics. And this is another SOTI book. I forget, I think this is volume 2, issue 9 or something like that. I'm pretty sure, something like that. I'd have to look it up. But it's another one that was mentioned in The Seduction of the Innocent. So really great. True Crime Comics. You can see the back is some binoculars. So it's a really great book. Mentioned in The Seduction of the Innocent. So getting me that one step closer to having a pretty good collection of The Seduction of the Innocent. And then we got some cool ones. We got some Betty Page. These are some sexy Betty Page ones. The 50s Rage. I haven't read these yet. This is the annual. Okay. And then we got, put that over there actually. Then we got number 1. Nice covers. I'm not sure who did the covers. Stephen and Darla Orton. I'm not sure if this is Dave Stevens. I don't think so. But doesn't look like his style. But yeah, just it's Steve Warrens. Steve Warrens. So yeah, sorry. So that's who it is that did this cover. Kind of cool. Cool covers. Okay, and we got some more. This one has a lot of tape on it, so I gotta kind of pull off all the tape because they stuck the two comics together. And we have more AXA. AXA number 2. This is the color version. Okay, so I have another AXA that I showed earlier, which was in black and white. But these are the color. They redid it in color later. So these are the color versions. Okay, that's number 2 and number 1. So AXA Comics number 1. This is the color edition. These were very inexpensive. I paid, I think it was $10 for the 2 or something like that. $5, $10. It wasn't much. Okay, and we got some more. Some more. Almost done. Almost done. As I said, this is why I did this as 2 videos, because I knew it was going to be a big unboxing where it would take forever to get through all these books, because it's just too many books. Okay. And this is kind of a hot book right now. It's like here, I just want to make sure that there's nothing else. Yeah. Okay. So this is a hot book right now. This is the Real Ghostbusters, number 1. So they're going to make a new Ghostbusters movie, hopefully a good one, not like the previous one. And hopefully this is, so this is the first time that the Ghostbusters appear in comics. Now, I actually have an earlier book that is called the Ghostbusters, but it's not the same characters. So this is the first appearance in comics of the Real Ghostbusters. So it's Real Ghostbusters #1 from Now Comics. So that's actually, like, doesn't look like much, but that's actually a pretty hot book right now. Then we get into some slabs. So, oh wow, I forgot what this one was. I gotta censor this. How do I censor that? Okay, so I gotta censor it a little bit. Sorry. This is the Zombie Tramp. I'm a big fan of Zombie Tramp. It's a 9/8. It's the Halloween special from 2016. So, yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can see that properly, but it's a very sexy cover, as you can maybe guess. Very cool. So, you can see the back. Okay. So that's that one. And then let's see. Hopefully. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is a big book. Okay. So now we get into another. This is getting into the mega books. So this is Superboy #2. This is the first appearance of Smallville as a place. This is the first time that Smallville was mentioned in comics. So it's Superboy #2. This is from 1949. So early, nice golden age book. Early Superboy because it's #2. And the other cool thing about this book is it was mentioned in The Seduction of the Innocent. Because in it, there's like some revisionist history where he goes back in time and he changes history. He meets the founding fathers or something like that. And he changes history a little bit. So this is Superboy #2. Kind of a cool book. Okay. So that's the Seduction of the Innocent book. And then we got, okay, I'm going to save this one for very last. And we got, okay, some more comics. Okay. Oh, I really like, these are cover buys. I thought these were really great covers. Pretty expensive, actually. Price is high. Comics are great. Okay, so this is Betty Page. I forgot what issue it is, but I think it's #3, I believe. But it's like one of these like artist variant covers. So it's just I think it's an edition of like there's like 200 of these or something like that. It's like a limited edition cover. So it's just really great. I really like this cover. It's a wraparound cover as well. So it's just a really, really great cover. I think I paid like $30 or $40 for it. So it's pretty expensive considering it's a brand new comic. Then we got White Widow #3. I just thought this was kind of cool. The same vendor had both. This one wasn't expensive. I just liked it. So I, added it to the order. I thought it was quite nice. Then we got a whole bunch of slabs. So the rest is all slabs. And these are actually kind of cool slabs. This one comes with a certificate of authenticity. That it's from Brian Pulido. And this is, okay, I'm showing it, but it's kind of closed. So this is a 10-0. This is like a gem mint version of Lady Death, and it's signed by the artist. So it's so it's Brian Pulido. Actually, this is Dan Mendoza art. I actually am a big fan of Dan Mendoza, and but it's signed by the creator, which is Brian Pulido. Pulido. I'm totally brutalizing his name, which is such a shame. Okay, Pulido. I'm getting tired, so I've been doing this for 2 hours. Wow. Okay, and it's an edition size of 200, so very rare book, and just a really great cover. I bought it because it's a 10-0, and it wasn't that expensive. It was like $60. I thought it was a pretty good deal. So yeah, I really like the cover. So but it's also a 10. It's a perfect 10. Not all of them were 10s either. So there's only 200 of them, and I think most of them are 9/8. Oh shoot, this one I have to cut. Okay, there. I have to censor this one a little bit. This is Naughty and Nice #1, and again another 10-0. So I got my first two 10s in my collection, and this is from Contraband, and this is the first appearance of these two characters. I'm not censoring the best. Okay, and this is the Amazing Arizona 2013. They actually have the date wrong. Limited edition of 50. So there's only 50 copies of this book, and it's the naughty version. Okay, so I had to censor it. That's the back, but it's the first appearance of Naughty and Nice. So it's kind of a cool book. So I bought a lot of these Good Girl covers, like in the gem mint grades. Oh man, I gotta cover this one too. Okay, so this one is another sort of nude cover, and this is Valkyrie Saviors #1. I kind of have to hold her boobs. And this is a 9/4. Just another. I won this really cheaply, and it has an edition size of 50. So it's number 42 of 50. So just a really great one. It's a 9/4. Just a really great cover. It's got Patriotica on the back. Okay, so that's another. So I bought a bunch, like, these were all auction wins off of my comic shop. And that's why I had to send them to Stackery, because they would not send these to Canada. So I sent them to Stackery in order to get them to come to Canada. And, they were just a whole bunch, they had a whole bunch of these really great covers. And I was like, oh, I'll bid on them, see if I win. And I bid pretty low, and I won a bunch of them. So the only one that I had to pay a bit more for was this one. And I paid like a bit, like 150, I think it was. But I just thought it was such a great cover. This is Naughty and Nice Halloween Special. And I'm not sure if this is also got an edition size. It says the edition right here, that it's 133 out of 267. So I thought this was a really great cover. Nice Naughty and Nice Halloween Special. And it's got like Naughty and Nice and then another character on the cover. So, and it's by Nathan Snersy. Snersy? I always mispronounce his name. Snersy. So, he does a lot of really great art. I really like this artist too. So, really great one. Now, you're probably wondering, oh, where was the really, really, really big book? Okay, now I'm going to show you the really, really big book. So, the Superboy was actually a pretty big book, but this book is a grail. It is a legitimate grail. It's not necessarily in the grail condition, but it is a definite grail. This is Batman #3. This is the first costumed appearance of Catwoman. So this is the first time she's in costume. Now, it's not the iconic costume that we recognize today for Catwoman, but it is Catwoman's costume, and in costume. And basically, she's wearing like a cat mask. Before this book, Catwoman actually appears in Batman #1 and Batman #2. But she's always referred to as the Cat. She's never referred to as Catwoman. And so this is not only the first appearance of her in costume, but this is the first appearance of Catwoman as a character. So really great book to have. So I'm a big Catwoman fan. She's like my favorite villainess, I guess. And just really great. So it says, first appearance of Catwoman first Catwoman appearance in costume. First appearance of the Puppet Master. So this one is restored, and it's got moderate restoration, so a bit of restoration. Restoration includes color touch, pieces added, staples removed, and in tape on interior cover. So a bit of restoration was done on this book. But it presents really, really well. It's a great cover, though it doesn't have Catwoman on the cover. It's a really great cover regardless. just a really cool cover. And it's a Bob Kane cover, so the creator. And then we got guns on the back. Can't go wrong with guns on the back, right? So we got this really great Batman and Robin cover. So that was my big grail from this unboxing. Lots of other books in here. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing in 2 parts. I recommend you check out the first part if you have missed it. I will link it at the end here somewhere on the screen. And you can check that out. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And check me out on Instagram. I actually kind of posted some of these books on Instagram first before posting them on YouTube, because I just got the box today. So I post them out as I win them sometimes from eBay or from my comic shop. So definitely check me out on Instagram. Link is in the description. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.